Alright guys, Southern Mudslingers 843, we are back in the shop today. I wanted to do a little update on the couples therapy and show you some of the things that we've been working on. I got a lot of new additions. We got a Super ATV box right there. We'll do a little video of what's in there. It's a little upgrade for our steering. But the big thing today has been the power issue we've been having. Let's see if it will actually start up right now. So let's see here, and this is the problem we've been having. We'll be in the shop, we'll be out in the by the bonfire or something like that, and we play in our music or the lights are on, we go to turn it on and we got nothing. So we're going to do a little video on what I have done to fix it. If any of you have had the Can-Ams, you know there's some sort of battery drain going on with these side-by-sides. Though what I did early on was I got one of these kill switches. It's basically just an on-off switch. I liked it because if we were at a park, I could kill the battery overnight and I knew nobody was getting to it because it had this key that came out and I could take that with me. Not a problem. I knew I wasn't getting stolen. Problem was we started adding speakers, we started adding more lights, we started adding fans up above to keep us cool during the summer, and we started having a battery draw. First step I did was I added the Odyssey battery, which did pretty good for a while. Recently we were sitting out by the fire playing music, went for a ride, and it died on me. I attributed it to a battery problem. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that was the problem. So I decided to go with a dual battery situation. So instead of buying a name brand $400 battery, dual battery system, I decided to build my own. So I went and I got the Smart Battery Isolator, and all of these will be in the link below of where I got them and the links that you can buy them for. So I went with the dual battery isolator, and then I went to Amazon and I got me a battery box with just a smaller interstate battery, and the dual battery isolator came with a kit which I was able to use the power wires for. The problem with that is I was unable to run the dual batteries with the on-off switch. I could only isolate one battery, so I always still had a draw. So my go-to, and if anybody's ever had a boat, you'll know exactly what I did here, is I went out and I bought one of these. It's a Marine 1-2 battery stage kit. So basically what I did here was my main power for my second battery is coming across and it's going into my number 2. Then I have my main battery, which is from down below, coming up and going into number 1. Then my accessories is coming out, and also my ignition is coming off of here. So if I want to, what I can do is I can run dual batteries while we're driving. When we go to pull over, I can flip to number 2, run that battery down that's over there, and when we need to start the vehicle, I flip it over to number 1, fire it up, flip it back to number 2 while we're riding, and it charges both batteries at the same time. Now, if we are somewhere overnight, nobody's really going to see this. I can come back here, I can flip it to off, and as you can see here, close it and you have no idea it's there. There is enough space back here to where the seat goes over this and does not touch any of these terminals. Obviously I've got rubber grommets to go over all of these terminals, and the seat cover, the seat will go back on and it'll back that seat. From there the power wires run down to the starter solenoid, and the battery itself. We go in some pretty deep mud and water, so I wanted to get everything up as far as it'll go. So when I want to start it or just run a battery, I can come over here, flip it to 2, and I can come over here and you can see the switch that I use is actually constantly on. I think I can turn it off by holding that light, maybe not, I don't know. Well, now it's flashing, so I don't know what I just did there. But it should fire right up. As you can see, it's got 12.5 volts. So that's with 2 batteries. It's got 12.3. If I flip it down, it just depends on the battery that I have. So not only did I want to be able to charge both batteries, shut both batteries off, but I also wanted to be able to charge them or maintain the batteries while it's sitting. So what did I ended up buying was a Nokia, however you say that. It's a Nokia genus. It's sitting right there. So what I've done is I've ran the power wire down, negative wire down, and then I've just ran the plug up and around, and it comes out the back. And I can do whatever I want. I can zip tie that up, and then this will basically maintain my batteries overnight. Now this is only hooked to my main starting battery down there. So if I want to plug this in and maintain both batteries, what I'm going to have to do is leave this switch on. If I turn that switch off, I can come over here and I can just plug it in and it'll just maintain that battery. This is the battery I'm most worried about because it is the starting battery. It's what keeps the machine running. And we will set that up for you real quick so that you can see how it works. Let's say it's night and I'm closing down the garage for the night. I can come back here, I can turn our power off. I know the power is off because the green lights have gone off up there. And we'll see if I can do this one-handed. Plug it in here. All right. So I've got it plugged in. I normally drape this cord up over the bed so it's not just hanging there. Then I come down here in the battery. This is a water resistant. It's a marine grade battery charger. It's not going to jump the battery by any means. It's just going to maintain it. So as you can see, it's blinking red, which means it's charging it. It will turn green after an hour or two. It just goes through its check. And then if I wanted to, which I don't normally do, is I could turn the battery to number 2 and then it should maintain both batteries. That's not something that I generally do overnight because I don't want to let the batteries run overnight. So if you're like me and you like to have your side-by-side secured overnight so nobody can mess with it, kind of paranoid like that, you can go out and I will put the marine switch in the link in the bio. I'll put the Nokia charger, I'll put the battery and the battery box. Now the only thing you'll need to do is buy the battery cable to run from the second battery to the switch. And I can send you in the general direction of what size cables you need and what you're running. So if you like these videos, make sure you follow, share, and just watch for more. We're going to be doing all sorts of videos for the Couples Therapy Can-Am Defender, and the Commander XT is next. We're going to give you a good overview of the Commander XT. So until next time, we'll see you.